Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlueSync on Thursday, August 6th, 2026. We are going to be talking about the Schmidt Community Fund today. That is our 501c3 that Mike and Ken Schmidt started back in 2019. And we have a pretty significant challenge coming to us at the end of 2027, which will be our 100th anniversary as Schmidt Real Estate. So we want to talk a little bit about Schmidt Community Fund. Especially for some of the newer faces on the call, you might not quite understand what that is, or if you've been with us for a while, we all get busy and we forget we have this amazing charity associated with our company and supporting the communities in which we operate. So we'll go ahead and jump in. First, I just wanted to go to the website, schmidtcommunityfund.org. If you forget, no big deal, go to Schmidt Resources. We're used to that. Pop over there at the end of that page. You can get together. We can do more. That is what you'll see when you first log in, because really that is the intent. It's our agents and our staff that support this charity, and then those dollars go right back into the communities in which we work, live, and operate. So you'll see a little bit about what the 501c3 is. You'll learn about our board of directors who meet the second Tuesday of every month, which means, yes, we're meeting next Tuesday. So after you hear about everything we have going on, if you have a charity you would like to inquire about, get that over to me before next Tuesday. We'll be able to talk about that as the board next week. If you want to know a little bit more about us and who we are, you can click up here. It explains a little bit about the Schmidt family, a little bit about the Schmidt Community Fund, and then it does go into our board of directors here as well. And then if you'd like an idea of who we've been able to support in the past, you'll see there's two options. It's simply just data. We had a lot of data in that one, so it was starting to load slow, so we created a second one as well. So from beginning through 2023, or if you want to see recently who the fund was able to support, you can go to 2024. And then you'll see these. Now, these are not all encompassing. This is just the ones we kind of get images for. But if you scroll to the bottom, we do update once a year. Gosh, we have had a lot of good support. You'll see that we have everything, even if we didn't get a photo. So if you're interested into seeing kind of what the mission of the fund is and who we've supported in the past, head over to that link there. And then if you want to know about how to request funding, you can click on that link, and that kind of gives you the guidelines. So the mission of our fund really is children and education in the communities in which we operate. This fund is not about natural disasters. This is not about animals. There's great charities that support those, and we're happy if you support those too. But the Schmidt Community Fund really is driven around children and education in our communities. So this gives you a little bit of a guideline here. We love to talk about our Schmidt Community Fund. Tracy, myself, Mike, Steve, Tom Gray, we're all on the board. So if you ever have any questions about if your charity fits our mission, just reach out and ask. We love to talk about that opportunity. We do have the option to donate now. We don't have a lot of use from that because we make it a lot easier for our staff and agents to donate. But we do take PayPal donations through here. And then if you'd like to see who has ever donated to the Schmidt Community Fund since its inception in 2019, you're going to see a lot of amazing names on this list. Hopefully your name's on that list as well. So let's talk about how you can get your name on that list if it's not already. So we do have two options for our agent. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. We'll go to this one. Your agents, when they sign on with us via their DocuSign process that Haley triggers, they do get a copy of this. They can donate $10 per closing, which a lot of agents choose to do. They can do a different dollar amount, maybe 5, maybe 25, maybe 50, or they can donate a percentage as well. They do have the option to not donate. We know our agents are amazing. We know that they're involved in a lot of charities. Maybe they support somebody else. That's okay. This is an opportunity for them to support the community fund through their closings if they so choose. Now, we do have some agents, they close a lot of units. So maybe $10 per unit's a lot, and they are giving dollars elsewhere. They can donate a flat fee. We can take check. We can take the PayPal payment, however they want to support the fund if this doesn't fit their giving campaign. For staff, you guys can reach out to myself or Michelle in HR, but we do have a form as well. So this form is available in Schmidt Resources. So if you're interested in donating through your payroll, they do that right from Paylocity. You don't have to think about it. It will go over and be taken out of your paycheck. At the end of the giving year, our calendar year, you do get your tax letter so that you can use that for your taxes, because it is a 501c3. So if you so choose to give and you're not today, just reach out to Michelle or myself and we can get you set up for that to be a payroll deduction if you so choose. Now, if you would like to request funding, like I mentioned before, we meet next Tuesday. I know it's a little early yet, but no big surprise to any of us. The holidays will be here before we can even blink. So if you have a charity locally that you are working with, Toys for Tots, or a local food bank that supports the schools, a lot of back to school right now with school supplies, backpacks. We like to stuff those backpacks with food for the weekend. Anything like that that's on the horizon coming up, please feel free to get this application over to us. We're going to talk about dollars here in a minute, but there are dollars to give, which I'll show you in a minute. So this form is pretty self-explanatory. Your name, submission, requesting program name, the focus of the program, kind of just a quick synopsis, and then dollar amount. Now this part right here trips up a lot of people. You must be able to match this request. This is not a dollar for dollar match. If I see Dawn, if Dawn requests $500 for a charity, she doesn't have to give $500 to that charity. Maybe she's on their board. Maybe she volunteers. Maybe her son, daughter, significant other volunteers their time. Maybe they're on the board of that particular charity. It does not have to be a dollar for dollar match. So don't let that trip you up. If you have a program you'd like to request funding for and you're not quite sure how that fits in, just give me a call and we'll talk through it. Sometimes it is a dollar match. We have our Cadillac, Michigan agents. They raise dollars for children's cancer research and they request the exact dollar match that they've fundraised. So sometimes it is, but not necessarily always. So just make sure you reach out and ask if you have any questions about that. And so this form can just then be sent over to myself, Schmidt Community Fund, give at schmidtcommunityfund.org, which is right there at the top, or you can just get it over to me. That email address goes to me, spoiler alert. So you can get it over to me however you want to. But again, if you're not quite sure if it fits the mission of the fund, we'd love to have that conversation with you. Sometimes it just needs to be rewritten to make sure that it's supporting the mission of the fund. If you know anything about 501c3s, we have a very strict application we had to go through. It had to be approved by the government. So that's why we just need to make sure that the requests and the dollars are going to those charities that fit our mission. So we'll go ahead and pop over to here. So I mentioned 2027, important year for Schmidt family of companies. We're turning 100 years old. So we do have a challenge out there that Mike Schmidt has given to all of us to raise $1 million for the Schmidt Community Fund by the end of 2027. So first, I just want to bring you up to speed. Since the fall, November, late fall of 2019, we have collected through just our agents and our staff $770,826. That's not that far away from $1 million. We can get this done. Our total donated out to our communities is $743,298. Even quick math tells you that we have some more funds to give. So don't hesitate to request dollars for your charity. Like I said, $1 million challenge. Together we can reach that goal. And again, we have to the end of 2027. We have 512 days. 512 days to raise the remainder of $1 million when we're already at 740, we'll call it 744,000. So we can get this done. Again, agents, your regional commission specialists, they can help you out. They can get you that form. They can get you set up for those deductions. Again, if you close a lot of units and you've already given dollars elsewhere and you just want to, write a check for $50 or $100, that's okay too. We can help you do that. Staff, just see Michelle in HR or go to your supervisor or come to myself and we can help you set that up for payroll deductions. Keep in mind, by January 15th of every year, you do receive your giving letter from the 501c3 for your tax purposes. So keep in mind, if this is something that you're interested in to help us reach our goal, agents can see the regional commission specialists and staff can see Michelle or your supervisor or myself. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and see what questions we may have. Feel free to unmute or type those in the chat box. Great. Well, for all you donors on the call, thank you so much for your contributions to our fund. For anybody that's requested funds into our communities, thank you guys as well. Truly appreciate your time this morning. If you have any questions, like I said, schmidtcommunityfund.org. You can come here and learn all about our amazing 501c3 that we really as a community at Schmidt Family Company supports. So thanks for your time today. Bye now.